Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. It's a beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky. Is a bit cool here, but it's a beautiful day. God bless each and every one of you. Let's get that music back up and running. Tony in the studio. I think that's, there it is. There it is. There it is. It's going to come in. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Your time. You can get your money back. You can sometimes get your love back, but you can never get your time back. All right? Talked about this idea this morning for Bitcoin. Let's go back in time to the Discord. Didn't make a crazy call today. I'm not going to say I was the end-all of end-all. Really just went over the charts and gave you what you needed to know, and then from there, interesting things occurred. But this morning, just looking at the Discord, even just to go back for it myself, we see here Bozo looking for this bounce. And I was taking a look at the 15-minute time frame. Every once in a while, there's a time frame that gives you an idea. There's a trend line. We needed a bounce off the trend line. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. You can see there's a shoulder, head, right shoulder there on the stochastics RSI. If we zoom in nicely, all right, nice feature there for Discord. You got to give it to it, like really nice when it comes to the charting. So we were looking for this bounce to the upside, but it also looked weird on the smaller time frames. Looked a little sketchy. We didn't seem to get fall through. We got a nice uptrend there with a pump here, right? And things were looking good. And you can see how aggressive the stochastics are looking here on the 15-minute, you know? So, watch the 15-minute Stokes are pointing up aggressively. That's what I was really looking at. And then, boom, we would get a follow-through, only to get kind of snubbed for a second. All right, so this would come back down, you see? And then a rocket shot to the upside. And now we're back here at 85.5. So potential for continuation of a pump here to the upside. If you look at BOOKMAP, they're suggesting they're going to pull you back down to 84.9. But, right now it's been all Bitcoin to the upside. So let's see what happens. BOOKMAP's, and there's even red up there all the way, a little more red all the way up here. Nothing too crazy, though. Not a lot of liquidity on the books. I think everyone's waiting to see what Trump's going to say. The whole market's waiting. This is kind of like a Fed day, very similar to a Fed day, similar to like that, where everyone's like, what's going to happen? And nobody knows. I don't know. You don't know. None of us know exactly what's going to happen here, right? I wish I did. I wish you did. Could you tell me? Because I'd like to know, right? But we'll look at the charts, and the charts will give us a good idea. Like today, that 15-minute this morning, despite all the strangeness and, the up and down uneasiness of the market, said, hey, we're going to get a bounce off this bottom trend line. And so far, that's what we got, right? So, hey, not too bad, not too shabby. Am I too loud on the mic here? Looks like it's peaking a little bit. Want to make sure I'm not peaking too bad. Let me just take a look at the chat. Shout out to the $100 super chat from Crypto King, starting it off right. Winners start out winning. God bless Sammy. Excited about the Saturday class. Thank you so much. God bless you. That's very nice of you. Shout out to Sean. Everybody out there. Jump on into the week's competition, or everyone that did jump in. Thank you. We're doing it. So, this guy said pound. Yeah, exactly. Shout out to all the people up in the spot. Right. Just joined the Lifers. Great job, guys. Shout out to Marcus. All good. Sounds good. Microphone and music together. Is the music a bit loud? For me, the music's a bit loud, but if it's not loud for you, so be it. I turned it down just a touchy. Yeah. We need more volume. Get it in the charts, though. In the charts. Yeah. So let's see what's happening to BTC as we speak. But, Bitcoin got a little bit of a move here. Nice little bounce, just as I suggested it would. They just faked it out at first, and they did follow through, though. The stochastics went from low to high. We got a pump. That's just a simple strategy I use. It's not rocket science. They just did a little funky move there before they continued it to the upside. Let's kind of revisit what I talked about earlier today, but we already went over a lot in the trading group, and I just want to kind of, circle back. Let's circle back. Can we circle back there? Almost can't stand saying that. I think I should X that out. Gotta love that Mountain Valley spring water, baby. Only the best. My sister, she's like, I got you the best. I know what you liked. I stocked the fridge with Mountain Valley. She's the best, man. Sisters are the best if you got sisters. So Bitcoin pumping beautifully to the upside. I kind of have to jump into the small time frames here and see what's happening. I mean, that 1 minute inside of a flag, almost had a head and shoulder, though, but then it got tight. Interesting. Very interesting. That looks like that could break out to the upside and get a nice pump here. I mean, it just looks bullish. It looks like a head and shoulder, too, and there'll be a lot of shorts that would short that. So there's a lot of liquidity up here. It's kind of like a fake double bottom, you know. Again, we'll have some resistance, even right there locally, 85.8 and up to about 86,000. I've been laying low until Trump talks. Like, I feel like I just been, you know, I didn't hit that move on the 15-minute perfectly like I normally do because I just been sitting kind of, you know. That looks good to me, though. That looks like a nice pump to the upside here on the 1 minute time frame. I mean, we just ripped past 85.5, which is psychological support and resistance. Previous resistance is support there, you know, and it's on a point of control. Moving averages aren't too bad. 5 minute is technically flagging above the 200 MA with the 21 crossing. I mean, the 5 minute is doing the model. It is asymmetrical. It could go either way the way it looks, but I mean, it looks bullish to me on the 5 minute time frame. Looks like that could easily follow through, or, you know, likely to fall through to 87,200. So the 5 looks interesting. See if I could sneak a stop below the 200 MA and what would be, you know, I think you'd be a little too far. Yeah, you'd have to be kind of there. Yeah, a little high risk for me. 382, somewhere down there. I guess you could almost be, you could be below this support and resistance, though, which would be at least some type of, you know. That's a possible trade right there that I like. I'm looking at. My competition trades, I want to be perfect, but that looks nice to me. 5 minute scalping season. Let's see here. It is a symmetrical triangle, so you know, if it does dump, you have to think, well, it was 50-50, right? I'll just make it a tiny scalp. I'll see, it always does that. You got to be careful. Got to make sure you're clicking the right limit. I keep like looking at it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. If you're just jumping on in, we're going to break down a bunch of tips, tricks, and ideas here. If you keep losing and you don't know how to trade, you don't know what you're doing, this is the channel for you. All right, we're going to show you what you need. You came here because you don't want to lose trades anymore. Or if you're just beginning, you want to learn the right way. You don't want to find out what, you don't want to go down the tubes like your buddy or the people you've heard about. You want to make sure that you're maintaining out here every single day, right? So you want to do the right things with proper risk management. You can't do whatever you want out here. So you came to the right place. We're going to show you, like right now I just set up a trade, right? You can see there's a stop loss on the trade. There's a take profit on the trade. You win or lose the trade, you stick to your game, and you decide to hang out with the risk. All right? Whatever happens, happens. You go with the flow. If you don't like the risk, you take the trade off the table. You see what I'm saying? And you can either win or lose. I'm not in love with the trading day today. Like, there's something off, Wednesday's my favorite day to trade. Usually good liquidity, but the market has got the jitterbugs, But we did get that crazy short squeeze. Price action's moving. There seems to be a bit of, bullish movement in the air, but we'll see. I'm also not in love with the trade. Sometimes I cut a trade off, like I'm in it for a second, and I just, there's something about it. I can't place it, or it doesn't go how I envision it to go at the beginning, and I'm like, that may be fighting the idea. Like, this definitely could still dump. And if it dumps, it sends it somewhere down to about 84,172 for Bitcoin. So now we're at the whims of a 50-50 pattern too. Not your best bet on a day when the market's been a bit sketchy. So that's one thing that I would watch here for Bitcoin. All right. Odds of me winning the trade, I think, are more like, 56, 58%. They're not that great. They're not like my normal 70, 80% where I feel really confident. Doesn't mean I'm going to lose, but I'm just breaking it down for you. Why is my phone blowing up over here? What is going on? Is it something to do with the stream? I'm turning it off. I don't have distractions over here. Keep my phone away from me. I barely use it. I'm always in the Discord doing my thing with the team, having a blast, staying focused, getting it in. Let's talk about PAXG. Last time I went over it was this flag here. Obviously, but it's interesting, right? And just drew this, and PAXG just booming. Target for it was 31,194, 3,194. I mean, it basically hit the target. Went to 192. You could say, unbelievable move for gold. And it looks like it may not stop. We're going to talk about gold in a little while, but gold's on a hot streak right now. It really is. So we want to see, we're starting to get a little bit of a pump here. Out of the flag to the upside. Sammy Boami. We may get this, we may flip this puppy green. Only time will tell. Don't call me a loser when I lose. Don't call me a genius when I win. It's just another day in the trading cipher with the lifer. All right? Shout out to everybody here. Let's take a look at Las Vegas. Jump on in. Hit the QR code to Bitcoin Las Vegas. You're going to hang out with the lifer. We'll have a steak dinner. We'll hang out, have a lifer meetup. Take over like we do. Nice pump here for Bitcoin so far. So good. Bigger on spot, it seems. Interesting. But, you got to go to Bitcoin Las Vegas and meet your tribe. You'll love it. It'll absolutely blow your mind. All right. And if you want to get started with trading, you keep losing, you're not sure what's happening, join my trading course every, the last Saturday. It's going to be this Saturday. All right. It's usually the last Saturday of every month, but it will be this Saturday. Hit the QR code. Jump on in. I can't wait to see you there. All right. I believe it's the 5th of April. So you will see, yes, Lifer Vision Trading Course, the 5th of April. All right. God bless you. Thank you for being here, everybody. So Bitcoin, we're watching a flag on a small scalp. No biggie. If we win it or lose it, you can't really. It's a scalp on the 5-minute time frame. You know what I mean? So be it. Let's take a look at the bigger picture. And there's a chance we lose that. There's a 50-50 on that. It's not an amazing trade. Just being honest. I'll tell you when there's, like yesterday when we got the bounce on the 15-minute, that was an amazing trade. That was a different story. I mean, let's talk about that yesterday, how we called the bounce on the 15-minute time frame. Price action was dumping yesterday. You came to the stream and you saw this. And I told you only legends buy the bounce. My goodness. I mean, what a move. To this day, that should go down in history as one of the greatest live calls on any trade, on any asset. That was unbelievably beautiful. Anyone that took a move here, or a move from here to here, or a move for anything, what a move. Anyway, that was the past. You can't, milk yesterday's cow for today's milk. So I get it. But unbelievable move. You're still in the money. I mean, that's still in the money. That buy is still in the money. No flies on the lifer. No flies on the lifer. I mean, this technically broke out. Because I can see it this way, like it's already breaking out, and it's pumping. That measured move takes it to 87K. We want 87, and we want it now. And, you know, it's a sloppy kind of shoulder, head, right shoulder. Interessante, right? Looks more bullish than bearish, I'll tell you that. Yeah, Bitcoin flipping, though. Losing that $600 level looks like it's gonna float me down now. But it's not too bad. It's worth sticking around. So there's a live trade already made here. If you're late to that, jump on in and just jump on back and watch the live trade that we just made on the channel. Again, I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Do not trade what I trade. Do not trade just because of something I bought. You're going to have your own idea, and that's why I believe you should get an education in technical analysis and use that education to better yourself and find a way to trade without using your emotions. Find a model that makes sense off of data that you've derived over time, not off of some feeling that you create on a day-to-day basis, because your feelings are going to change each day. They're sporadic. They're not going to be, no one has constant feelings. I don't feel the same every single day. I don't feel every single moment, So, you go through the ups and downs of life. So you need a model. You need a model you can trade whenever you see it so that you can take advantage of the market when the market presents, good data. You can't be just swatting at flies out here. Anyway, God bless everybody. So the weekly looks interesting to me. Like it's in a bit of a bull flag. I'm open-minded. I'm even, here's some bearishness. Maybe this is a head and shoulder pattern. But I mean, it's a bit of a stretch. Right now, the weekly's about to close almost a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly. And we got some time, but they've done this to us before, and then they've just destroyed us. So it's I'm not going to, but I'll take it one step, one day, 1 hour, one candle at a time for Bitcoin. Nice pump for BTC. We might be winning this trade, baby. The lifer prevails over time. And you can open this up on weeks. It was just very high risk. My weeks trade are going to be bigger and more low risk trades. I want to make sure they're just absolute. My Bit10X, XL was a little more risky here. All right. So I like this weekly time frame. It looks interesting. There's a chance we could long the weekly now with a stop like right here. And just let that sit for days on another, That's a trade I would, have to watch and just kind of babysit. But what if we just, eventually move out, make that right shoulder, we're gone. We just never really visit these lows. And there's a good chance that happens. Stop loss somewhere below 80,800. And just, So I'm just putting that out there. The weekly very well may have one of these last call moments here. I've seen it before, so if it has it, it will look something like this. No guarantees, though. It could easily stop you out and then whip it. We don't know. But to me, the risk-order ratio is starting to build pretty nicely there to take advantage of the weekly. And I haven't said that. That's the first time I've said that. Okay, so here we are again with this inverted head and shoulder that I've continued to talk about ever since we've been here. I've talked about it. I don't know if you remember. So I've been going over this thing for, 12, 15, 16 days. Shoulder, head, right shoulder still could prevail here to the upside. Get us a nice pumpalino, whatever you want to call it, a nice pump to the upside, back to resistance there at 98,000. Could we get to that point of control at 96,800 would be amazing. So, signs of strength. That's a bullish engulfing candle. Whenever you can put this candle inside, that's an engulfing. That is a bullish sign for me that we could get a continuation here to the upside. 3 days started with these three white soldiers, and so far so good. There's a chance here. So you're telling me there's a chance. There is a chance. On the 3-day, you say that we never broke out. On the daily, I see a retest of the key level. And let's just discuss this and go over it again. So, I mean, we could all say this is it. And even on the daily, I mean, is it just me? Or do you not see the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder that could break us further to the upside here? So for the daily, I mean, there's a possible long position right now with a stop below these wicks here and a move to the upside. You know, big move for the daily inverted head and shoulder. You know, a couple days from now on April 9th, we're sitting pretty at $97,000. Bitcoin gets a ripski back to the upski. Very aggressive on the stochastics. Lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. RSI in a good spot after one of the lowest RSIs we've ever seen in the history on the daily, which I felt was a have to buy zone. All right. And so we did buy a bunch of Bitcoin, and then we bought that $84,000 BTC and a couple more, and some more there. Excuse me, I'm not disclosing how much, and some more BTC. A couple more Satoshis, we'll say. How's that? So Bitcoin showing signs of a possible inverted head and shoulder back to the upside here. And it's also a Fibonacci 618 retracement. That to me looks absolutely wonderful. So I like my odds here for a possible bigger move. Again, Bitcoin could do whatever it wants today, up and down. This is like bigger time frame ideas here. So what are we looking for? Well, let's talk about our daily close tonight. One step at a time and look at our macros. So we got slightly rejected by almost the 200 MA. You can see we were about to get there. So, we could still get rejected by this, call it a day. But you got to love the fact that this was definitely a bit of a bear flag. Had a really nice pathway down, and the bears just did not get what they wanted. I mean, we should have been pummeled down to 73.4. But things changed. The dollar actually came into play. Some money printing. The Fed continuously saying that they're going to stop, selling off securities and slow, basically quantitative easing. And you're just going to see more, and inflation somewhat still on the rise here. And resistance by the 200 MA on the daily time frame. So in my mind, people are freaked out about the real estate market. To me, I just see the dollar index kind of giving up more value, inflation and I think homes will continue to go up. It'll be harder and harder to buy a home. Even interest rates will go down. Might even put some inventory on the market, which will create a little bit of better market for the buyer as well. But if you're in a tight market, an exclusive market, it's likely going to stabilize, if not sooner than later, and probably likely in 4 to 5 years be just more unobtainable than it is today. I could be wrong. I'm just going over what I've seen and kind of based on the numbers with the dollar index. And so inflation. Still this cup and handle too as well. They called him Sammy Cup, right? They call him Sammy Cup and Handy. And so we got this cup and handle. It's just getting statted. By my calculations, this thing could rip all the way to 95,250, at least to this resistance bar there at 94.2. But it's on its way. It crosses that 200 MA. We're going to get a massive, massive pump to the upside. So the daily looks interesting. And so, similar scenario here. Stop anywhere below these wicks. Again, we're below the 200 MA, so it's just you'd be front running it, which I've seen rejections there and massive dumps. Look, I'm always open for a bear scenario. Could be a head and shoulder pattern. You got to be open-minded. We got to break the 200 MA on that daily time frame really to solidify. We did it once. We did it twice. It did not turn out to be the full-blown move. We made some gains. I made some great gains. And I bailed thinking, man, it's going to keep ripping. And I had to, but, and luckily, maybe this time I'll be able to hold it, So the daily looks interesting to me. And I'm preparing for one of my load-up trades because, if things start continuing this way, it's going to be interesting. 12-hour, 22, both have legs. They could pump straight up to their 200 MA there, the 12-hour. 8-hour has a nice move there. Bullish engulfing candle. Last night, I kind of talked about how I liked how the 8-hour looked to me. And there's your 4-hour getting a massive pump above the 200 MA today. So the 4-hour kind of mooning, right? And yesterday, I drew this flag. Look for us to touch the 21. We didn't touch it. We got pretty dang close. Usually we do touch it. We got pretty dang close, but it looks like this could just pull it up. So nice move for Bitcoin. But, you know, on the smaller time frame, so the 4-hour looks good. You see this 4-hour close, and that's a close above the 200 MA. That could get a nice continuation to the upside. And you just have to assume you go the measured move right to about 87,600. Nice pump on the 1 hour too just there. And so, yeah, I guess like this is how we put it. The flag like so. A flag's a flag. 2 tight angles. That's what I've learned. Like, I've made some of the strangest flags in my life, but 2 tight angles are what they are, right? Let's take a look at the 15-minute. And this all started here on the 15-minute time frame because you could just, the 15-minute made more sense, right? And this morning I drew this falling wedge, and I was looking for a bounce off this trend line, you know. They did wick it down there. They made it sketchy, but they did. We did eventually get that bounce. Bitcoin struggling the trade probably. Ooh. Sid's way there. Doing its thing, going sideways, which I wouldn't be surprised if we go sideways till 4 o'clock. Just, you know, people, you know, too many people front running on both sides. Number one, liquidity kind of scattered. Even, you know, everyone just kind of not exactly sure what their plan is and feeling out the market. Similar to me too. I'll just keep trading little models if I see them. So that's, you know, really nothing else to trade but this flag. You can see what I'm doing. I mean, what else could I do? And some people say, hey, it's a stay away area, but it's a beautiful Wednesday. And if it pumps, right? So, yeah, I'll let the stochastic look sketch now, but we'll see. They could flip it any moment. So if you're just joining us, we're watching the symmetrical triangle. That could break up or down, really 50-50 in my book. Some say no, it's a bull pennant. Maybe. If you squeeze it. I'm looking for the move out, but it could easily stop me down. And so I didn't add this to the week's competition. I just scalped it on BitTinex. Just because I wanted to live dangerously. Let's see what happens. Only time will tell inside of this flag. So here's the trade. We're going up to, you know, like to get it to about 87K if we may. The take profit is 86,944 for Samuel. Will Samuel get to play? Waiting on the trade. And here we go. He's on the green. He has potted his pot. Let's see if he hits it into the hole. We are waiting there, Samuel. Only time will tell here at the BitTinex Golf Club Golden Cup Trading Cup. The Gold Cup. BitTinex Gold Cup Trading Extravaganza. Wow. We keep getting some good volume. Will we get the fall through here on the punch to the upside? Did they like the English accent? Is there a whale out there? Hey, whales, can you pump this price for me just so I can look good on the stream? We got newbies that don't believe. If it pumps out, they'll be like, wow, this guy's awesome. And they'll think I'm amazing. So let's get this pump going. And let's not delay the pump. All right? It's time to get the pump up and running here, if I may. Shout out to everybody here in the chat. Let's pop out that chat. God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in. Shout out to the $100 super chat too, man. Thank you. God bless you for doing that. You didn't have to, but you did. My man, Crypto King. Winners start out winning. God bless Sammy. Excited about the Saturday class. So he signs up the class. which is 150 bucks. And I think this is the second time he sent a $100 super chat. So he signs up for class for $150 and then sends $200 super chats, maybe even more. Yo, 777's flashing for Bitcoin. I just saw the 777's flashing for BTC. I saw the 777's flashing for Bitcoin. Let's go. Let's go. Only time will tell. They've been playing games now. 20 minutes of sideways price action. 4 to 5. 25 minutes of 5-minute candles doing nada. So we will get there. We will get there. Someone says, yeah. Felix H says, hey, Sam, Richard Berry, I love you. Shout out to Richard, man, my buddy. God bless you, man. Hey, Sam, hope you're a good brother tuning in from the UK. Thanks for all the great content, man. Keep grinding. Hey, shout out to everyone that will keep my legacy alive when I'm gone. There's some 20-year-old kids in here. You know, when I'm old and gray, you'll be holding me down. Some 15-year-old kids that watch the show, old, there's people young and old, 20 or, 65s. God bless everybody that became a lifer and holds me down every single day, makes this group what it is, and really makes this an amazing stream. Shout out to all the beautiful souls here. Shout out to the 2,100 beautiful souls on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. So we're watching this live trade. Am I going to win it or lose it? Looks like I'm going to lose it in front of the world. Everyone's going to laugh at me. I'm going to be a laughing stock of TradingView and the internet. And even though I tried so hard, I didn't. I traded so hard. I did all I could. But now they're just going to dump it in front of my face. It looked so good a couple times. But now it doesn't look so good. Do I bail quickly? Smooth stop loss. The 21-day moving average does have to touch price action. $90, man. $90. I didn't like 140, but I'll take 90. It's got to stay in the pattern. It's got to stay in the pattern there. So we took the daily, down to the 4-hour time frame. I mean, the 4-hour looks amazing. Look at that bullish engulfing candle above the 200 MA. We just want to see that puppy close. Stochastics are a little high for a move of this nature. But, it is what it is. And just back to the smaller time frame, that just gives us a little more sauce. So again, if you're new, you might be a little confused. So let me tune you in here. Get rid of this channel. We don't need it. This falling wedge is just our thing, Breakout, inverted head and shoulder. Look at that. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, breakout. Retest the area, though, and boom out. Interesting. So it was about this key, resistance bounce. You've got some support here at 84.5, 84,004. And then you created this bounce on the 15-minute. And, price action just kind of hanging out sideways. Every time I count it out, it looks like it's going to pump. Every time it looks like it's going to pump, it comes back down. It's been one of those types of trading days. The Trump jitters, man. Every time the guy speaks, the market tanks. Every time. Crypto goes on a absolute, I'm pro, I voted, for the man. So can we get all the way to 86,995? Or do we get dumped down to 84,273? And we just tighter and tighter inside of the flag as we kind of go on this journey here with Bitcoin. Interesting times to be alive, I'll tell you that. Wow, what a way to do the chat. Happy birthday to me. Can you lend me $20? Shout out to Master Friend. Unbelievable, man. On the second. Birthdays abound. I got to call my buddy last night that I've known for, 13 years now. And he turns 46 years old, and it's like my friends are getting towards their 50s. I remember I was just like 28, 29 years old when I met him. Yeah, I was like 28 years old. Like, I was in my 20s, man. I was just like, I was just 6 years out of college, really. You know what I mean? It was just, shout out to all the beautiful people here, man. Master friend, I love you. I'll call you later, man. And I knew it was your birthday, man. Shout out to Richard Barry. Happy birthday, Master friend. Happy birthday, everybody here on the live. Happy birthday to my Aries people, man. Aries springtime, right? Starting to thaw out. No more, no more snow on the East Coast. Like, if you live here in Boston, it's over, right? Like, it's done. Like, it's only going to start getting nicer. There's going to be some cold days. Like, today is 42 degrees here, if you can believe it. It's 4-2. It's the same as the date. It's funny. It's 42 degrees, and it's 4-2 here in April. But I love April. Special day. If I told you, does anyone want to hear my day? You don't want to hear my morning, right? You don't want to hear what happened to me this morning, right? No. No, I'm not going to, Do the tariffs make a real difference? At what age did you get into trading, Sam? I started buying and selling like 23, 24, but I didn't really take it seriously till 28, But that's 27. I'd say 28, 27 years old, But there was times where I was, I still bought and sold stocks, and that feeling of getting into something and watching the trade. Been like 18 years since I really started buying and selling, since I believed I could do something with my money. 18 years, April 1st is the beginning of life. Amen. Grew up in Somerville, now live in Georgia. I don't really miss the cold. Amen, man. It's funny you say that. I live in Florida, and I do not miss the cold weather at all, I'm back here, but shout out to Master Friend, man. You didn't have to give on your birthday, brother. God bless you, brother. May God bless you. Thank you for everything you've ever done for me, man, and may you have a wonderful birthday. You just had a child. Oh, my gosh, sorry, but I mean, you have the greatest birthday present ever. I just bought a home. My birthday comes up in 7 days. It's just like, what else? When people ask you, hey, what do you want for your birthday? You're just like, right? Like, what could you say? You got everything you've ever needed. You're on top of the world, baby. Shout out to Master Frank. God bless you. Thank you for jumping on in. Yes, I did feed them kids. God bless you. Thank you. Shout out to the 2,100 beautiful souls here on the live. Will I win the trade? Will Sammy win the trade? Right? It's starting to become one of those days. Will Lifer win the trade? What do you think? Yes or no? We're stuck in we're stuck in limbo here. What do you think? Am I going to pull it off today, or am I going to get slammed? I want to see what the lifers say. Shout out to Rave Song Records. Hanging out with Richard Berry, his buddy. Richard Berry, the funniest comedian. He's going to become a famous comedian if he's not already on his way. The guy's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And he knows what he's talking about. He's funny, interesting, and intelligent. He has a cool look on life. And they can't throw that like, I don't know. I just love, I love how he does it, man. God bless you, Richard, and your family. May you have a wonderful spring as summer comes our way here on the East Coast. So 86% of the people are with me on the trade. Let's see what happens. Love from Jordan. Shout out to Amar Bergothy. God bless you, man. Thank you so much. Shout out to Ray Gutowski. Ray, I love you, man. I love you, brother. I hope you're having a wonderful day with you and the family too, man. Great person, this guy, Ray, man. I met him through this trading group. He moved me all the way down to Florida. White glove, took care of me every single step of the way with all my sensitive life. Unbelievable guy, man. Ray, I love you. One of the best people you'll ever meet in your life. This guy is top notch. I wish you one of the greatest life, all the fortune in the world, man. You deserve it. This dude is top notch. Top notch. I consider him a brother for life, man. God bless you, Ray. My man. My wife loved you guys, man. She was so happy. All right, everybody. Let's keep it moving here. Let's see if there's some altcoins that may be getting the pump to the upside. Am I going to win this puppy? The bigger time frames look interesting. They look like it may be our last chance to saddle up before a big pump. I already threw down. I put so much money down into Bitcoin when the Fear and Greed Index hit those key levels at 10. And I told everyone, I don't know if we'll ever see 10 again. And if you look at Max, like how long, when, we saw 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 12 times in its life. And they were clusters of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So when Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index gets to 10, and I don't buy Bitcoin, I mean, it's just like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I had to buy 10 right there, February 27th. And I've been buying Bitcoin around the key levels whenever the fear was high. And hey, maybe I'll get kicked in the teeth for it. Who knows? But all I can do is not buy I can't buy the green candles. I can't buy when everyone's buying. I can't buy when the greed is high. So if I can't buy when the greed is high, when can I buy? When the fear is low. I mean, when the fear is high, So I don't. Remember, fear, when this gets into here, the fear is crazy. The low numbers are high fear. The high numbers are high greed. It doesn't go like from 0 backwards, Anyway, so the fear's light today. 44 ain't bad. It was down to 10. That's when I'm not a financial advisor. When the fear's at 10, I got to be buying. I don't know about you. You do whatever makes you happy. But, take advantage of the blood on the streets, right? That's what you've been told. Every time you study a billionaire, multimillionaire, it's blood in the streets, blood in the streets, blood in the streets, right? You got to take advantage of the blood in the streets every single time, even if it's your own, they say, right? Yeah, I'm unrealized down in a bunch of altcoins. There's definitely some pain there. It is what it is, baby. I'm here every single day. I just buy some more Bitcoin, never sell BTC, baby. That's it. I don't give a dang. I don't fold. I was raised by bricklayers and iron workers. We don't fold. The price name. All right? We don't fold, baby. We keep pushing. It does not stop. Understand? Every single day. Every single day. I don't care if you're on vacation. I don't care if you're flying. I don't care if you're meeting. I don't care if it's a wedding, a funeral. I don't care, a birth in the family, a death in the family. The show goes on. The show must be consistent for people to respect it. Everything else will follow. God bless everybody here on the live. We love you. We appreciate you. We care about you. Follow me at CryptoLifer33 on Twitter. A lot going on here. Always talking about different ideas, tips, tricks, having some fun. The universe doesn't bend its rules. It rewards focus and discipline. Let go of the negative frequencies. They hold no value. Choose positivity always. Here's the deal. I got a great metaphor real quick, and then I'm going to jump back into the charts, but I got a great metaphor that just hit me. Feel like I got to talk about it. I want to talk about a basket, and you're like, this guy is such... What the heck is he talking about? A basket, right? With like the cool little handle, and you got the basket. Yeah, a basket. Now, in this basket, you can only put, let's just say you have to walk a couple miles to a secret location with the love of your life. And you're going to have the picnic ever, right? And you can only put so much in this basket because the walk is long. And so you put all the best things in there, right? You wouldn't want to fill the basket with anything, right? Because you need as much of the best things in there. And you need it to be, and so you do that, that is, flip this upside down. That is your brain. You want to have your brain full of the best things to get to the locations. You don't want to be heavy. You don't need to be weighed down. Negative energy weighs you down. Life is a journey like it is to that secret location. You want to make sure that your brain has only the best things in it. Endorphins, good chemicals. Where do good chemicals come from? From good thoughts, positive ideas. They actually create endorphins and positive chemicals in your brain when you're feeling good, when you're walking down the street, when the sun shines, when you hear a bird. There's a good feeling in your brain. When you're down and out, when you're talking negative to yourself, when you're thinking about all the bad things you've ever done and all the things that are coming, and you just keep telling yourself it's worse and worse, that's what you'll pull to yourself. The universe will give you and serve to you what you think about all the time. Think good thoughts. Think positive thoughts. Train the brain to do this all the time. Think about what I'm thinking right now. Right now, I'm having a positive thought with each and every one of you. I'm making this moment positive. I'm internally grateful for the moment, so I'm making the moment positive. I'm showing God, the creation, that this creation of the moment is so special, and I'm going to make sure I use it to the best of its abilities. If I trade for a living, I'm going to make sure I show you all my tips, tricks, and ideas. All right? And now we're dumping. Look, I'm losing the trade. I knew I wasn't going to win this one. I knew it. Oh, man. No, hey, we're pumping, baby. We're pumping. I'm upside down. I got you, baby. I got you. Let's see what's happening here on the trade. And there we go with the nice big pump to the upside here. And this thing may actually, but we've done this before and it only wicked back down. I'm not buying it just yet. But so far, so good on the move to the upside here. Come on, baby. Come on. So Bitcoin getting a pump out the flag to the upside. A pretty nice handy pump there. That actually looks like a breakout to me. It's a monster candle up to 85,962. Bang, bang, bang. Let's take a look at what's happening here on BOOKMAP and see what the looks are on the liquidity. Really not giving us a lot. It says it wants to go lower than higher at the end of the day. But I've seen this before a massive buildup, so they're just hiding. They're hiding. We don't know exactly. And again, BOOKMAP is not 100%. And, I use my TA mainly. Look at the stochastics. That is aggressive on the 5 minute, suggesting that there's some more movement possibly coming here. Usually when the stochastics just bend and we get a candle that big, there is a continuation. I wouldn't be surprised if we're able to hit the target now. We just kind of have to cool out and let this thing do its thing. So we've given you the weekly. We've talked about the daily. We've went over a lot already on the channel. We've broke down Bitcoin for basically the first hour like we do. And I've had an absolute blast. We made it through the trade. It was sideways for basically most of the time. So Luke Skywalker candle. We'll see what happens. Chart UFO, man. Send it, baby. Somebody says, Matt Alika. Love that name. Lifers. We got Sammy Balares. He says, check the 12-hour time frame, please. I do, man. We looked at it already. Bang, bang, bang. Let's take a look at it, though. You may be onto something. Yeah, 12 hours looking sweet. Cup and handling. Ready to rock. And look, that looks like it can get all the way. It's in a gap. I mean, it's going to 87,000 very likely. We got you, buddy. We got you. Wow, and that 15-minute trade off the Tutoring is still in the green. Unbelievable. So if I close the trade, I make everybody right that says I was going to win it, only for 37. So I make everybody right real quick that said that. 83% of the people said I win the trade. We'll see what happens. So people believe that Sammy wins most of the time. If you took the trade on screen, and don't forget to set the stop loss to entry, guys and gals. Ooh, we were about to pump there. It was looking beautiful. Rejection on the wick. And now I may lose the trade. Stop loss to break even. Look, I can't lose. Now I make everybody right. So here's the battle. They could stop me out and pump it, which I've seen. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Once I move my stop loss that close to price action, whatever happens, happens. Look at this battle in the 5-minute time frame. The battle for my life here. But the battle for my, my trading rep here online. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get this pump. Let's get the follow through. Take the wick out. Come on. Come on. Where my whales at? Where my whales start buying up the price. The daily looks good. Let's get that daily candle pumping. Where my whales at, baby? Where my whales at? I need you. $100 million buys. $200 million buys. $1 billion buys. Let's go. Michael Saylor just threw down again. Bought more Bitcoin yesterday out of his mind. The guy keeps throwing down. It does not stop. And every time he buys, I buy a little more. He reminds me, Sammy, don't forget, stay as, in your little mini world, stay as close to his move. And everyone thinks he's out of his mind. He's going to get liquidated. I think those people just don't understand that he's on point. He's just a savage. He's an alpha. Alpha males are not fully understood by the pack because why would they be? They wouldn't be the alpha male if everyone understood them, right? They're doing things that are savagely insane that most people just wouldn't be able to figure out. You see what I'm saying? Makes sense. Total 2 has a break, main resistance. Please help me understand correlation implications of total at Bitcoin. Total at main resistance chart. Total, please. Shout out to Wayne Moore. It's going to look similar. I think you're just not seeing things that I'm seeing. Nice pump there to the upside for Bitcoin. But is it sustainable? We're waiting so long just for it's been almost an hour. You can see the patience needed to really make gains. Everyone thinks it happens overnight. It happens right now. No, it's day after day, time after time. Some days it's $100. Some days it's $5,000. Some days it's $200. Some days you just take a little loss. But you don't chase. You don't get liquidated. I don't take massive losses. It's little by little. We chip away, step by step, one at a time. And I could easily just get stopped out of break even here after all the wait. And that's okay. I'd be super happy with the experience that I had. I wouldn't be upset. I'm in love with the experience of my life. Every single moment is a blessing. There's no failure, only feedback. I've trained my brain to realize that every single moment that I have is a moment that I'll never get back. And I got to take every moment. Yesterday I saw a friend I haven't seen in 10 years, man. Like, we grew apart. Our lives got, I got busy, got a family, this and that, whatever. Really. And he was traveling a lot too. I never really knew where he was at sometimes. But, I finally called him up. I was right near his house where we grew up. We hung out every day. And he's like, yo, I'm here, And, yeah, unbelievable. We went to dinner together, talked about old times. He had a highly intelligent conversation. My buddy Mac, God bless you, Mac. Then we called my buddy Marcus for his birthday. His 44th birthday, I believe, or maybe 45th. His 45th birthday. 45, man. He's like, I'll always remember this one. He's like, you bought a house on my 45th birthday, bro. Amen, brother. Amen. So, and it was like a surreal, it almost felt like I was in the hands of God yesterday. Something very surreal about it. Alone in the small island, small population, not a lot of people around. And just, the wind whipping, a little cooler day, but not too bad. It ended up being nicer in the afternoon. And yesterday was just one of the most blessed days of my life, man, of my entire life. I did miss my kids. I did miss my wife, but it was story. But, if you know my story, my mom and dad passed away tragically, basically. My dad almost 2 years ago now. My mom a year and a half ago. They passed away 7 months apart, and I know I bring it up, whatever, but it's part of my story, and I'm visiting my home right now, and I'm in it right now. I'm in the room. Like, when I was 8 years old, we bought this house when I was 4 years old, Like, when I look right here, there's a picture of my dad, And here he is, he bought one of the first video cameras for our family back in the day when they first came out, There he is, tanned. He must have been, like, 40, in his 40s. Look at his big traps, man. My dad, man. My dad, I don't know if you guys can see that well, but, and I'm not going to tear up. I promise y'all, I'm not going to tear up. Maybe y'all tear up. I'm not going to do it. I've cried enough, but there's my dad, man. He loves y'all, man. He loves y'all, and he wants y'all to know that the prices never lose, man. His son never loses, baby, and we keep fighting till we win. He told me, you're a price, man. You're a price. He said, you come from a strong lineage of men that fight their way to the top. He said, I believe in you. He said, you can do anything you put your mind to, Sam. I'll always be there for you. I'll always love you. Like, he told me he loved me thousands of times. I'm not going to tear up. I'm not going to do it, but he told me he loved me thousands of times in my life, man. My dad was an amazing man. He was there for me. So coming home is like, that's the real story, And then still trading through this, still finding a way to trade, still pushing my mind to focus on what matters. And knowing that God is there for me through the hardest times. When you need someone to lean on, there's God. There's God. Amen, and it's not easy. It's not supposed to be. Nothing is supposed to be easy. If it was easy, my dad said then everybody would be doing it. So my dad used to say to me all the time, so you should pick a profession that's hard. My friend, last night I was talking to him on the phone, and he was like, He's like, I'm happy I go to work. I got a paycheck, so I go to work. He's like, I don't know how you do it, Sam. He's like, every single day out there, just like, I see you grinding every day, man. He's like, I don't know how you do it, bro. And I was like, man, because once I got freed, I was never going to stop. And everything just kept going, so I was never going to stop. 86,100 for Bitcoin. We're getting the pump to the upside. And, you know, I guess you guys are smart because you said I was going to win the trade, and apparently I am. And that's a nice scalpelino there to the upside. For sure. I'd be moving that stop now. That's a bit absurd. When the candle moves like that away, you're going to take profits, please. So there you go, baby. And that's a beautiful trade. Shout out to everyone that said I was going to win the trade. You people are awesome. And you're blessed. And you're absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the love. And wow, 638 people, 17% said no. Well, boo-hoo to you. Looks like you don't know what a green candle is because we just took profits at the top, baby. And I'll see you in Honolulu. You know what I'm saying? Who just banged on that green candle to the upside. Sam, do you know this is your last name? Rice primarily originates from the, yes, App Reese. Yes, Welsh. Son of Reese. Yes, 100%. It's funny you said that, Teddy Bear. Because last night I went over this with someone. I looked this up years ago. Yeah. Son of a noble. Never tired of winning. I never get tired of the gainitis. It's all over me. It's like leprosy. It's falling all over me. But that's why we have 2,000 people that come to the stream because they know they're going to get knowledge. They're going to get education. They're going to get real life experience. Like my mom and dad got ripped out my heart, but I'm still here for you guys because you guys make it happen. I cling to this channel. I cling to this community. If I didn't have it, I'd be lost in life. You know, for now, I have a home. I don't know what will happen in 5 to 10 years. I don't know what will happen in a month. But today I have a home. Today I have a place. And today I love what I'm doing. And I'm going to continue to do it every single day as long as I can do it to the best of my abilities. And I love y'all. So bang. I usually sell early. This price action looks like it's going to continue to the measured move at 87,000. And now we would look at the 30-second for possible flags. Because, I mean, this thing's just on fire. I mean, the 1 minute chart is just pumping. Nice pump for Bitcoin. Nice call, Sammy. I don't know how I did it. I did it again. I told you I make the best calls when I'm traveling. Like, now you make the best calls every day, man. You're great, Sam. Shout out to everybody here. I just want to say thank you to everyone on the live. And I want to say I appreciate you all for being here. You know, my mom, she wrote I'm going to make you cry now. My mom wrote a diary to my dad. And, you know, and she wrote down, like, how she felt. 7 months, basically living I wanted her to live with me. I kept saying, I'll come. She said, I need some time alone. She really asked for it. Because she knew how much I loved her. I was going to drop it all for her. I could stream, you know, from the house and always be there. And she told me I need some time. I just need some time. And, you know, I came and stayed a week with her in the summer, and I visited her many times more than that throughout the summer. But I spent 1 week alone with her, and it was a special time. And the point is, she wrote a diary to my dad, and I read it today for the first time this morning. I don't know, and all the things she said to him, and wow, man. And, like, you could hear kind of like the memoirs of someone who was missing someone they had been with since they were 20 years old, and they were now 70. And it was like, she's like, I miss your warm touch at night. I miss you, you know, being excited for whatever I was going to cook for you. It was tough, man. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I got it back. But the thing is, man, it's, like life is real. Life will get you deep in the heart and pull through all of your heartstrings and just really get you going, you know. But shout out to everyone on these gains. Let's get these gains going. Let's get the endorphins going on the gains. I'll get you back out of that life stuff and back into the gain stuff, right? It's funny how I push and pull you in and out of these emotions throughout the stream. I don't mean to. It's somewhere it's the plan God has for this stream. I always remember, man, I edited a music video because you can use this video for YouTube, and I used it for a music video, a video when I went home to see my mom and dad, and I'll watch that video whenever I need some comfort. It was about 8 years ago, maybe 7 years ago. My kid was 3 years old or something. I was in New York City. Life was hectic. And I just came home for my birthday in April. It's funny, you go back to those videos and you see how you looked all that time ago and how much we change. You know, we changed so much throughout our time. So I'm not on a trade right now. We're just kind of looking at price action. But that beautiful pump, the thing is we got away from the 21-day moving average. So that's kind of when I usually bail out. You know, massive candles there. On the 5-minute time frame too as well, away from that 21-day. So let's clean up euphoria of the trade, you know, past and forward price action here. And euphoria of that trade. I mean, there's a little bit of bearish divvy there, slightly, right? It's not in an overbought area too as well. So some bearish divergence, a little overbought. I'm not in love. You know, you could say we broke out and we just need to come meet. We got to meet. This makes more sense to me. But let me just straighten this out. I need more, you know, I'm getting a little, get rid of the moving average for a second. I just got to get my bearings about me. So, I mean, that daily trade we put out is up now. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing. Even the bigger time frame ideas are doing well. I mean, this cup and handle looks like it's going to continue to pump. Yeah, what we want to see is the daily in the 200 MA. The 4 hours well above the 200 MA now. That's a beautiful sign. You know, really, really nice. That's very bullish. We got to keep it now. The daily's attempting to break back above the 200 MA. This could be the last time we ever break back above it, and then it could be pumped down. I mean, the cup and handle says it is. So let me square this away again. Get rid of this small stuff that we just did. And so, yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about on the daily, too. I was sharp about this trend line. And this is still a broadening falling wedge, which is a bullish flag. Like, these are bullish. No matter, people don't realize, like, and they're supposed to break out, retest the top trend lines, you know, a bit. And then whatever wick to wick here and break out. You know, and this suggests you can get right back to liquidity here, 96. Again, this also has that measured move. So just, you know, mathematically, Fibonacci, this is suggesting that we're going back to the upside, and you can see the cup and handle and the breakout here that's starting to form on the daily time frame. Still time to possibly get in with a stop loss below these wicks. Again, high risk, but still time. As Bitcoin could really continue to moon here. Sold that top of this thing may just continue to pump. Looks very bullish. Maybe people front running like some bullish news here. We don't know. And Trump speaks today at 4 p.m. Trump speaks today at 4 p.m. So that's the one thing. Pumptown Cowboys. Shout out to Master Friend out there. Shout out to McGillian Travels. Milligan's Travels. Yep. Shout out to Retro Esco. Wow. Shout out to all the 2,180 billion lifers in the world here. But shout out to all the lifers, man. Let's get the likes up to the watchers, lifers, please. 671 likes. We got thousands of people here. Let's get that likes up to 2,000 likes. Why not? We crack 1,000 all the time. Let's go to 2,000 likes. Everyone here, the likes will hit you back with awesome karma and positive energy. When you use positive karma and positive energy and karma, your life is just, you know, good things happen to you when you do good things for others. 100%. So if you continue to do good things are going to happen, I believe. Put a 333 if you're feeling good today. And you know good things are going to happen to you. Put a 333 in the comments right here, like I'm about to do, 333, because you're feeling good today and you know great things are going to happen in your life. You're on your way to creating your best life, if not in it right now. And you're addicted to living your best life every single day. If that's you, if you're feeling it, if you're loving it, put a 333. God bless you. I love you. I appreciate you. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Bang, bang, bang. Look at all these beautiful people hitting that 333 in the comments. Amazing, 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 amazing. So Bitcoin looking bullish. We won the first trade of the day here. 1 minute time frame looks like that's what's going to be needed to track the BTC price. And Bit2Next giving some cool little hookups if you sign up with my link. Use that link. You won't get better. All right? So hook it up with Bit2Next. It's got great liquidity, fast trading for small time frames. It really provides what you need to scalp and take advantage of quick and fast scalps. It's awesome. As you can see. All right? Wow, the 333 taking over Crypto Cash. I love you. My buddy from another, my brother from another, Crypto Cash, I'll meet you. Shout out to Tom G, Milana Adzike, Armenian Crypto Mommy, Black Sheep, Rob Scott, Blueberry Donut, Robert Angel, Thumper's World, Caesar Aveman, Nakaran Manarat. Wow, blessings on blessings. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Unbelievable. So is there another trade here? It looks possible. Let me zero in and kind of really hone in. Yeah, chance that we're kind of getting tight right there. Bit of an inverted head and shoulder on possibly like a 30-second. I'm honing in with my microscopic goggles here on the 1 minute, really trying to see opportunity all around me. Even if it has to be, if I have to look in the small corners of the world. Or the large areas above. There's opportunity, right? Can always set up your trade beforehand. Never rush if you don't have to rush. I always got to get that 3-to-1. I'm not saying I'm going to take this trade. I'm just taking a look at the trade. But we know 87,000 seems to be the destination for the day. But could be stragglers here after a pump, too, Buying that red candle would be the legendary move, though. That would be the legendary move. And there's like 100 for 3 again. That's my, my go-to level when I'm just kind of doing my thing. That basically, a little we'd stay over in the green here, but could be a kind of an M pattern. Are we going to go sideways? We want to see this bounce here. Right there, you kind of need a bounce. I'll snatch it on the bounce. I'll snatch it on the bounce. Right? We'll see. So another little scalp trade here on the 1 minute time frame. You see, I just like to use it very quickly here and fast. All right. 2 candles ripping to the upside, 99,739. Okay. Would be the target out of this cup and handle to the upside. Do we go for the big one on weeks here and open this daily trade and go for the big one? Let's take a look. I thought that was outside. I was like, you saw my face? I was like, oh my gosh, something's happening. I thought the house was burning down, honestly. Because I've been playing with these wood stoves and doing fire all the time. And, man, my dad came to the stream, brother. And he's filming it, too. He's like, yo, I'm here, bro. I love you, Sam. I love you, Dad. Oh, my buddy, man. He was so strong. This was shot in August 21st of 1994. I was 11 years old, man. The summer of 94, baby. My dad was born in 46. So that would have made him, he would have been 50 in 1996. So he was like 48 years old, right? He was 48. Yep. He had me when I was 13. Man, my dad was awesome. I'd do anything to have him back for a couple days too, man. He was a good dude. God bless everybody that has their dad and their mom. You're awesome. Just be good to them every day. For me. Life is beautiful. Every single second, every single moment. The pain is as beautiful as the love. You got to love the pain as much as you love the love, right? Otherwise, what's worth this life, you know? Nobody has it easy. No one should expect to have it easy. And that is what it is, man. It is what it is. So we're back in action here inside of another trade. Will Sammy win this trade now? That's the question, you know? Will I win the trade again? You could just add to the old poll now. You could just keep saying, you know, will I win? It's just funny, right? Anyway, I've been in Florida last month. Should have met up. Hey, man, God bless you, brother. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's all good. If it was meant to be, it would happen. You never know. Keep the faith. You can always stay. Why leave? You know what I mean? It's the bomb me. I love the people who's locking in profits right now on the day. Put a 333 if you locked in profits with the lifer right now. I want to know if you're locking in profits while you're watching the stream, taking care of business, paying the trader, or if you're playing games. Put a 333 if you're locking in profits. Put a 555 if you're counter trading and getting wrecked shorting. No, some people, I just want to know. I'd like to see it. It's okay. And admitting you're getting wrecked shorting is the best way to get over, you know, to get better. So put a 555 if you counter traded and you got wrecked shorting. Put a 333 if you're making gains in the stream. It's all good. I want to see. You never know. I don't know. You know, I don't see any 555s yet, so maybe nobody. Shout out to Lifer Adam. It's been a while, Lifer. We love you. Rave Song Records. We love you. Crypto King. Ed Middleton, man. Sammy Servando Estrada. We love you, buddy. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Reliable J, my man. Mohammed Al-Labasa official. We love you. Wow, we so many cool people here. So this is getting really tight. Showing signs of a possible move. It just bends. When the 21 bends, it tells me. But it's straight. It's all right. And the stochastics are still low. Everything is kind of still setting up for a possible move here for Bitcoin. Yes, back from major surgery. God bless you, Lifer Adam. We're so happy you're all right. Peace and blessings, Jamal Antonio. Amen. Come on, Lifers. Let's get this pump. Let's get the pump. Let's get the pump. Pump it up. Let's go. Let's go. It's looking good so far for Bitcoin, right? This little flag. Break out and do some damage here to the target at 87,000. We want 87 and we want it now. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. Link to BOOKMAP in the description. I do get a affiliate commission if you sign up to BOOKMAP. They're awesome. I am not sponsored by BOOKMAP, but I do get a commission from the link. At the present moment, I have no sponsors. We are in the works with a few, though. We'll be looking at it coming into next week. Only things that really serve us and do amazing things, though. Okay? And we do heavy research with my team for the integrity of my brand to make sure we only couple with brands that make sense. Shout out to jcon.com. Sam has that tiger blood, baby. The tiger blood, baby. You know it. I know it. We all know it. You got to keep that tiger blood. Let's take a look at CoinMarketCap for a split second. Segue on into what's hot and what's not for the day, just for a split moment. We'll get right back into the trade. So Dexy up 5%. That thing has been moving when the market kind of gets Fart when the market gets all right, hype, all right. Render got a little bit of a move. Jasmine back in action somewhat. Chainlink, Ondo, Pepe. Kronos has been kind of the mover. Jupiter, got to get it back above a bean again. Sold at 129, not too bad. We'll take it. So a little bit of bump in the market as Bitcoin got that bump. So, a bullish day for the market overall. Their fear and greed is at 29. They have their own, I guess. Definitely not even close to altcoin season. All right, but Dexy, kind of one to possibly watch there as well. And we get tighter and tighter in the zone. Can we get the win for Bitcoin? Looks like it's going to rip. The way those stochastics have turned up and everything looks good, can we get the pump? Or is this it? This is where we just kind of a lackluster move here for BTC. Up $27. We don't want to lose too much. We could kind of go up right there to the 21. Now we can risk $25, making really a profitable day no matter what on the account. The key is to grow every account step by step. Big account, small, bigger, one at a time. You don't have to get too crazy. You don't have to get too nuts. Okay. So the lifers, man. Can we pull this one off yet again? 86,500. Crush these wicks at 86.6. We had a little bit of pullback there. And make it happen, Captain. Only time will tell. And the 1 minute crossing the 200 MA. Just the snatch alone. Unbelievable move to the upside there. 550. Can we do it? So not a lot of altcoins that are too crazy today. Funny, the top 20 search coins, Redstone still gets searched. It's, I almost don't believe it. It's like, do they pay to get searched? But like, Barachain holding $7, Barachain just still really a coin that holds its gains. Still looks like it could do some damage. Walrus is on the radar for me. Guns finally came out. We waited a long time. Market cap's pretty small, too. It's almost a good time for such a cool project to come out like that. Because the price, would have gotten eaten up and it would have been a lot crazier. Nilion, too. I want to see that go way lower because there was a lot of VCs in there got inside, Let's take a look at the coin that I would be trading right now. PAXG, But seriously, PAXG is hot right now. It's basically trading gold. So if PAXG is hot, gold is hot. I'd look for gold to kind of make some type of flag here before it breaks out again on its next bigger journey. The target for gold sitting somewhere at about $3,500 an ounce for gold, man. Top G on this move on Bitanex. We did get a beautiful pump out there at 86.6. The trade was booming. And let's see if we can close out here with another win. Unbelievable. And this will be the double trade here on the live. Again, live trading BTC every single day here on this live stream, no matter what. And there we are again. Come on, baby. Get the follow through on that candle. Rip through this wick. We break these two wicks. We're gone, baby, gone. Show these bears who's boss. Where are the liquidations? Where are these short? There's a short liquidation. Let's get another one. Let's start liquidating these shorts. Tap, 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 tap. Brah. Brah. Let's show these shorts who's boss here. Let's whale up. Let's whale up to the upside. Just crushing. Getting kind of a bearish divvy there. See how that swings down? That rising wedge is tough. Either got to get a huge follow through. Come on. Blow on that candle, baby. It worked. Red, though, right after that. What? Now, wick. Now, when I'm sketched out, I'll put the stop loss right to this wick now. Start locking in profits. Yeah, we're locking in another nice profit there again. 12% is beautiful. And there's a nice pump to the upside. Now you start thinking of, not being too greedy. You're getting away from the 21-day moving average yet again. And whoa! Sorry, that was huge. Sorry, That's a massive candle. I'm out. Shout out to anyone. We did it again. I showed you how to scalp these small time frames and get it done day in and day out. We did get this beautiful, that was beautiful. I'm not a greedy man, but look, there it is. That move was this move. See, BOOKMAP says, see what the candlesticks are hiding. I see liquidity and them taking out liquidity. We see the actual candles making the moves here on the live in action. I usually sell early. That's okay. I lock in profits no matter what. That thing looks like it's going to continue to moon. The target is 87,250 for Bitcoin. But again, we showed you how to do another one, how to stay patient. It took us, what, 1, 2, 3, 5, about 10 minutes. And another trade that we worked through. I mean, this has been fun. I've had fun today. And, you know, it is Wednesday, one of my favorite days to trade. Good liquidity day. And look at this thing just ripping now. Now it's going to get in. I don't like to trade green candle straight up. If I'm in it, fine, I'll keep riding. But even there, like, I take the meat and potatoes of the trade and move on. You don't have to get everything we took here, right? We got into this and we took something like that. We got into here, we took something like that. Amazing what we pulled off today on the stream. Like, you know, thank you for all the blessings that I receive every day. This is awesome. So one step at a time. And I don't have to brag. It doesn't have to be tons. I just have to continue to win and not lose the account. Add to the account day by day, step by step, compounding the money. More money in the account leads to more money. Like a 10% with $1,000. And then you have 10% with $1,200, right? That's either $100 or $120. Then you make another 10% with, with $1,300. You know, now you make another 10% with $1,400. Then you make 10% with, you know what I mean? So on and so forth. Each time you make the same percentage, it grows because you're exponentially mooning. Look at this thing going, though. And there's our 87,000. There's the big move to the upside. There's the monster pump. And shout out to anyone that stayed in if you continue to get it. I hope you traded on weeks if you had your weeks account open and got it done in the competition. Bang, bang, bang. This is crazy. Monster move. So I just could have stayed with it and got bigger. Unbelievable. But, that's extension. I mean, rising wedges break out parabolically, like almost in a straight line. But to me, I mean, you're just too far for the 21. Whether you sold there or there, congratulations. That's time to get out now, in my humble opinion. But you got to do whatever makes you happy. And I'll never tell you what to do, no matter what. No matter what. Shout out to everybody that makes this channel happen. Shout out to Lakochi Coker. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to the editor, Jay. Shout out to my wife and Zeno. God bless everybody in the live stream, all the Blue crew that watches what's going on. Make sure we don't have any offensive language or people in the chat. And God bless all the beautiful people here. Jay Antonio, Eli Martin, Jennifer Moffitt, Luke, John, Reliable J, Jason, L2, Brandon 99. All you awesome, beautiful souls. Shout out to the beautiful people. Shout out to the 2,200 people here. And I love that there's tons of people here watching us win. It was a great time to be alive. And the show's still rocking. We got a bunch more to show you. All right? Don't go anywhere. We're not done yet. We may even make another live trade. You never know. So there again, that daily that we talked about really starting to moon. So let's go to BTC, like USD on Bybit. Delete everything. I just want to see it. Yeah, so we talked about this. See, I talked about opening the daily right here. With a stop below there, and look at that monster move now. The daily really just bounced off the higher low with the low stochastic. I've been playing higher low with low stochastic now on like the 4-hour time frame and just letting it do its thing. Unbelievable. Like, it's been such a move. And so, yeah, I mean, cup and handle, we talked about it. We went over it numerous times. And could we get rejected? Could this end up being? Yes. Like, I'm not overly bullish or bearish. I'm just taking it one step, one day at a time. But what a move. You got to love that. And the 1 hour really just kind of mooned. Just absolutely mooned. Nice play, bro. The Discord is lit. Amen. Shout out to Master Friend. I love you. The Discord is just popping. We have so many people with good vibes and good vibrations. We have everyone, helping others People want to do the right thing for each other. Again, when you get above a 200 MA, there's usually a violent move to the upside. I expected it. We got it. Wow. The daily holding above the 200 MA, that could get its violent move to the upside today. The candle might not be done. We may be going for this 87,485 and then continue to go up. Smaller time frames may continue to get pressed to show the move, right? So when Bitcoin daily is really this big, you keep finding flags on the smaller time frame. There's really no other choice, you know. And that's how you kind of make it happen, right? So here again, like, you'd say that's another little flag beginning to form here. That looks like it's going to continue to pump, really. The smaller time frames will bend the knee now at this point. There's no other way to track price action but to see these little flags. I'm a pro at this. I've been doing this for a long time. This is what I'm good at. I'm really good at tracking price action on small time frames when no one knows really what's going to happen anymore. They're just watching red candles just demolish the shorts. Shorts are getting absolutely eaten alive right now. And again, did I call a short? Did I have you short? No. I'm sure there's other YouTubers that, look, 2.1 million, 4 accounts. I mean, that's just a massive liquidation that just occurred there. A massive short liquidation. They thought they were safe at 87,000. Not so much. And, this is maybe the short squeeze of the century here, We may pump all the way to 87,686 now. This flag wants to continue. At this point, I'll small scalp one last time, right? Less greedy each time. You don't want to push it. You're not going to give back the daily gains, but I mean, that looks like, will Sammy win the trade again? Stop loss every time. Protecting position every time. Never going overboard, too far with the, I mean, look at that, though. No drawdown from pump. I mean, let's see if we can continue to get this monster move. The daily looks pressed. I like what we're seeing here. Bigger time frames say yes. Shorts seem to be there's a short squeeze right along the way, every step of the way. The massive short squeeze that came in tells me there's another big one coming. You don't just take 2 out million, and now we're about to probably take out 3 million. Let's see here. Yeah, 87,000 pumping, 71. And now we're going to 87,687 possibly to the upside for BTC. Shout out to the 2,230 beautiful souls here on the live. This is exhilarating. It's going to be a big day. People are wondering, what is Trump going to say? What's happening? It's the type of day where we pump. We're starting to get extended, so I wouldn't be surprised if we dump when he comes on because it's setting up for that, and everyone's going, but no, it's just going to be a pullback from the huge pump we had today. Otherwise it's going to be just a daily candle that goes on a massive tear. Wow, this thing is mooning yet again, another big pump. And we take a look at this BOOKMAP together, and it's just so fun to see. Like, that's the flag right there. You can see the little flag. Because it's like the 1 second chart. Bitcoin is just ripping. Look at that pump to the upside for BTC. Another nice trade so far, Stop loss to that wick. Stop loss, heck, to right here. Why not? Above break even. And again, cover the trade. When it's really bullish, you can be even more bullish about your stop loss, right? Like, you can be a little more aggressive. When you got so many shorts taken out. Look, they just hit another short liquidation as we suggested would happen here. And let this puppy just roar, and they'll continue to liquidate another account, 351,000. See, it was first 31. Let's hit another account here. And the shorts, there's just a lot of people short at 87,000 now, and we find the cocoon of liquidity that just may be getting tapped into here. Ooh, is that going to be a wick, or are they fighting? So I moved above the wick slyly. We'll see, though. I'm okay. There we go. They tapped me out. You're playing with fire at these top levels, so you just want to kind of take some nibbles. If you're in demo right now, you should be demoing, if you could be, and replicating these moves in demo. So you can start getting the feel of what we're doing. 21-day moving average, stochastic, away from the 21 again. We're starting to get some bearish div there. Now you got confirmed bearish divergence. That's when you know you should be kind of taking a chill. And we got our next little pump out that flag. I mean, you can't be too greedy, can you? 1 hour is now very far away from the 21-day moving average. You would expect a nasty move back down. That looks unsustainable at this point unless we're going to kind of continue up like this and pull the 21 with us. Unless it's one of these monster moves like this. Even then, it looks like we could wait for consolidation. I don't know if you would have to chase just yet. Wow, though, it's very bullish. There's a lot of bullishness in the air. So here's the idea, is people saying that he's going to talk a lot of tariffs that's going to create heavy inflation and it's going to make people buy Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's going to become the spotlight safe haven here against inflation. Everyone's like, oh, it doesn't work. Of course it is. It's been great against inflation. I've been buying Bitcoin for the last 10 years. It's been great against inflation. Not 10 years, since 2017. So, yeah, 8 years now. Again, a financial instrument have been around 8 years that have changed the tunes of financial races that people have bent the knee of. Like everyone in the world has talked about. We've never seen anything like this. Like the Industrial Revolution. Okay? Like the internet. Bitcoin is taking over and continues to do so. Your pension fund is in. Your state is in. Your next favorite company is in. Your pizza shop is in. I mean, anyone with cash on hand is going to hold reserves in BTC. It just looks like it's the viable option and the best idea. At the present moment in time, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The billionaires of the world are plowing their monies. Time for something to drink, right? When you can't talk, get some water in your mouth. They're plowing their money in. I'm doing okay with myself. I'm plowing my money in. Watch what rich people are doing. I'm just telling you, who has whoever has excess money to focus on what really matters and not pressed by the times of like what I have to pay for right now and how much does the sandwich cost. And billionaires and millionaires, people are really like positioning themselves for the future. Those people, look, that looks like we could scalp again. Again, light each time. We're eventually going to lose. We know this. All right, I didn't get in that time. We know we're eventually going to lose, right? But the Stokes got low again with sideways price action. It does tell me there's a possibility of continuation here to the upside. I didn't know I'd be on the 1 minute this entire time, but hey, it is what it is. Watching the 1 minute on weeks too. Same scenario, same story. Shout out to my team on weeks. Do we go again for another pump? Looks like we very well may. It's just super high risk. All these trades I've been making on BitNEX are high risk. So that's why I did, Always building before entry, seeing where risk-reward ratio could be. I mean, I see bearish div, kind of head and shoulder action. I'm getting mixed signals here to tell me to lay off. I know when not to chase. I got a cool, calm, and collected way of being with this trading style. Yeah, and there's the pullback. Eventually, there's going to be a dump back down to the 21-day moving average. What I would do is I would watch the 15. It's been a really good time frame the last couple days. And I would start flagging out the 15-minute time frame. Looks like we may even pump again on the smaller time frame one more time. But something like this looks viable. It may make a falling wedge too. We don't know exactly. The key is I trade moving averages. We know when the moving averages get closer, that's when we're more likely to get a better entry. So there's no reason to chase. In my humble opinion, we just take it one step, one candle, one moment at a time. This was an amazing cycle here. But again, look, I didn't jump into that last one, and it's a good thing I didn't there. Again, let's be open-minded. and I'll show you kind of what my mind sees here. So I build what I just built on like the 15, but I say you never know on the 1 minute. And there's still, these viable options, these ideas. Wow, look at the crazy wickage though, huh? Still a possibility, and even still a possibility here with the way the candles are. Like, this is very bullish. I mean, BlackRock was buying. Now you have states buying. Now everybody's buying. You know what I mean? Now everybody's buying. So it's like, whoa, what now? And again, when you zoom out, like higher up here, you can see there was still a lot of liquidity down here. See it? All the way down, thinking they're going to get, but these are longs, like people had long with massive stop losses down there. See, Bitcoin just took a nice, yeah, there you go. It should be dumping on the bearish div there, see? The bot should be into the bearish divergence. And there we have the move down. Back to the Tutoring, likely right to 85,005 possibly. And when you pump that far away from the 21-day moving average on the 1 hour time frame, you have to think that it's time to take some profits. Please, again, closed above the Tutoring, get in, boom, boom, boom. With the 21 nearest, boom. I mean, what a move. So shout out to anyone that jumped on in there and took advantage of the move. Unbelievable pump to the upside. Unbelievable move for Bitcoin. Shout out to my lifers. Shout out to everyone that kicked it with me on this live stream. 2,300 people. You people are amazing. Mountain Valley Spring Water is the place to be. And man, my parents love that you are all staying with me here. 2,300 people. My parents are like, wow. $143 in chat revenue. I'm in my mom and dad's house. I brought this stream back to my mom and dad. I'm here alone. It's kind of interesting. And I love your dad, man. Man, I mean, sometimes you get just, don't you want to hug that person? Don't you want to say, my dad, man, he was there my whole life. I can't see my dad. I can't touch my dad. I can't hug my dad. As my whole life I got to hug my dad up until, it'll be 2 years in 1 month, man. Man, I'm sorry. I'm just, I'm a baby. I'm a little baby about it. Like, you really mean I can't see my dad? Like, what do you mean I can't see my mom and dad, They've always been here. And you've never had, for me, like, I got such a heart. And, like, I don't know, man. You love your kids. You love your wife. But, like, your mom and dad, as they get old, you almost love them like they loved you when you were a kid because you can see their vulnerabilities like they could when you were a child. Like, watching your parents get old is what God made to humble you. Like, that is the most humbling experience ever, is watching your mom and dad, your dad loses faculties. And the thing about my mom and dad is, my mom, like, she was spot on in her mind. She was still fun to be around. Like, she was awesome. Once my dad passed, she was definitely cloudy a lot. Like, she was in her mind a lot. And it took its toll on her, like the stress of missing him. She wrote to him in a diary every day, like, not every day, every few days. And she had to talk to him. There was no other way to get over it, This could be the next possible move if we do get a pump. I'm just, if the small time frames prevail, there's some hidden bullish divergence there. It's interesting. I'm not with it. I say the bigger time frames are too far from the 21, so I shouldn't even put this out there to make people think. I just like to see it. I'm always just brainstorming. If that bounced and went sideways, then yes. You never know. Like, it could happen. Not my cup of tea to chase, but it definitely could happen. All right? It seems like yesterday you were worried when his feet swelled up. Isn't that crazy? And it's been 2 years now. 2 years, man, have gone by with us. Everyone, I want to say thank you to everybody here. Like, I know I keep doing this, but my life has changed so much. And, you know, a lot of people have said that I've gone this way and that way and all this nonsense because of the suits and my life, you know. But, man, I'm the same guy in the same room right now in this humble house. I'll do a video on X later so you can see this humble house, like where I grew up. You guys can see, like, and I'll break it down and we'll talk about it. But, yeah, like, I didn't grow up rich in some mansion. I never had a nanny. I didn't have a pool. You know, we never had new cars. We got by with what we had and the love that my parents, you know, and then my dad did bring me to nice restaurants though, and my dad did have cash. Like, we got the best of both worlds. Like, you know, I always dressed super nice. My dad never played us. I was the number one son. I was the only boy in the house, so I got treated well. And my parents were spot on, man. My parents were great people. They knew the ways of the old ways of the world, and they respected them. You know, towards the end, they got duped, I guess, by, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to get into it, but it is what it is. Can we look at TIA? I need a big trade to make it all back. Oh, I love when people say that. I usually get wrecked. That's the worst thing I hear when someone says I need it. You don't need a big trade to make it all back. You need education to start, like, one step at a time. You know? You need the education to start one step at a time. And again, I can't tell you what you need. You have everything you need. God gave you everything you need. You need nothing, number one. God gave you everything you have. You need nothing. Number one. You have everything you've been given everything to succeed. You think you need something, you don't. You have it all already. Like, I had it all to have everything I've ever dreamed of in this world. I just had to apply myself, make a plan and start with the plan and go after that plan. I just had to make a plan and start it. And, you know, make sure that it was kind of not, you know, and it wasn't, you know, my boss, someone telling me to do. It was something that was worth working on. You know, whether it was helping someone get to an achievable goal that I felt was also achievable for, you know, or working on whatever I, you know, desired to see happen in the world. Thank you, brother, for everything. God bless. Shout out to No Dramas, mate. Amen. I like the suits. I'm telling you should have your own suit made with your favorite colors. I would totally buy one. Shout out to Crypto King. God bless you, man. Dangerous to go to my childhood home neighborhood. Not so great anymore. Shout out to that. Yeah, hey, Reliable J. And that's another blessing, right? Good health. So TIA, I would watch it make this flag. If it does that, there's a nice trade there because it's going to make, if it hits the 21 above the 200 MA, I mean, that's a nice scalp. So I wouldn't write it off too, and I'd have a bit of an alert here on TIA as well. Okay, there we go. All right. And I put an alert low on the low stochastics too as well. So when we hit that, it'll also tell me a little something. All right. You got to honor their parents at all times. I did not make another trade, everybody. I'm kind of stagnant right now, just kind of in waiting. I'm looking for the 1 hour to head back down to the 21-day moving average. That is the most likely scenario. That was a massive pump. That was a bit absurd. You know, and it happened a bit too fast. And so I'm watching this 1 hour time frame here at 86,000. See, it's already come down a bit, right? Even the 15 minute really is the go-to right here because it's going to have the tweezer tops. So I'm watching the 15-minute overbought, beautiful pump. You know, it's the people that are just like, you know, overly greedy. You know, for sure. Send you positive vibes, my man. God bless. Shout out to Jalo Marquez Souza. We love you, man. Thank you so much. Sammy, you deserve all the love and success coming your way. Your whole life story has made me really touched, and that's one of the main reasons why I follow you. You're a true, authentic person. Robert Angel, I love you, man. Thank you. Everything I watch you at home, I wear a suit too. I love it, man. I like to hear that. I miss my parents too, Sammy. Shout out to Tony. God bless you, man. We're so young to miss our parents, you know. You may not see them, but you keep their memory alive every day in your streams, and I know they are glowing with pride. Amen. Arrow getting trashed. That's sad to see. But a lot of coins are getting trashed. Yeah, for sure. They're at their bottom barrels, man. We got to have either the altcoin market come back or, that's why I focus on BTC. It's Bitcoin trading. If we see an altcoin here and there, but it's really Bitcoin trading, Bitcoin trading, Bitcoin trading, day in and day out. A lot of coverage about banks dealing with crypto and a lot of breaking positive news coming out. It is, MasterCard, banking system, regulatory news, like just everything you've ever dreamed about, And then Trump speaks today at 4 p.m. It's going to be a big deal. Springtime in New England, gotta love it. You gotta love it. PMC 50, and everyone's got a bright spirit, right? We got March Madness coming on this weekend. Everyone's just ready to go, man. And man, UConn, of course, goes all the way. Bitcoin beat them twice. They couldn't touch us. I mean, it shows that St. John's could have definitely went so far. Bitcoin beat them twice. Did I say Bitcoin beat them twice? St. John's beat them twice, right? So much I love Bitcoin. I think it's a basketball team. But St. John's beat them twice, man. Didn't matter, Let's take a look at Barachain, see if there's some interesting movement here in Barachain. It's just been holding its own, doing its own thing. So that gets me curious why, and if there's opportunity there, I want in. I'd like in. We did talk about that possibly being a buy area there for Barachain. 618 Fibonacci, golden pocket, all that fun stuff. It's kind of in that same falling wedge like Bitcoin's in on the bigger time frame, which is interesting. It's funny, but just a smaller version of it. Even shoulder, head, right shoulder, kind of, But nice bounce with a bullish engulfing candle. That looks nice to me. So that looks interesting. Bouncing off the Tutoring there. Big candle, resistance hit at what? 718. Away from the 21, though. Again, that go-to, that 15, just like Bitcoin, right? It's about to pull back. So the whole market got this kind of nice pump, but the market's now a little bit like, okay, now what? Small time frames are looking sketchy, but I guess we could still possibly get a bounce here. I watch the small time frames in case something happens, but, it's just like a watchdog on the wall. That's all. I'm just double checking to make sure it's doing what it does. All right. Trump posted a Liberation Day video on his Twitter 6 minutes ago. Bullish. Interesting. I just wanted to take a look there at what you're saying. $12 minutes ago.
Breaking news, Apple announced it's going to work with Foxconn to build a server factory in Texas by 2026.
The company says it is now planning to invest $500 billion in the U.S. economy.
The CEO of SoftBank pledging to invest $100 billion in the U.S. over the next 4 years.
This is President Trump delivering on the promise he made to the American people on the campaign trail.
The idea is come to America, build greatness in America, build for the American customers.
Project Stargate.
It's a joint venture between SoftBank, Oracle, and OpenAI, and they're going to create a data center that will eventually be expanded to other
Sounds
states.
scary.
Those people are listening to Mr. Trump's pitch to bring new industry to America.
This is the latest pledge from a foreign business leader promising to spend big in the U.S. as a result of Trump's election victory.
Founder of the property development company DeMac Properties is pledging the money.
President Trump announcing $100 billion investment from Taiwan Semiconductor, bringing the company's total American investments to $165 billion.
The most powerful AI chips in the world will be made right here in America.
Things happen so quickly in the Trump world, right? It's 100 days. Right. It feels like it's 100 months. This is leadership. This is taking control of the problem for military, for everything, for industrial, for our economy. Even if it causes short-term pain, the reality is it is the right decision.
NVIDIA says it will invest hundreds of billions of dollars over the next 4 years, part of the manufacturing renaissance under President Donald J. Trump.
Furniture maker Prepack are shifting the
We get it, though. Just like building up the idea that so much more is happening in the economy than we've ever seen for any other president, really. And really promoting financial progression at a level that honestly I've never seen, right? I've never seen that. But again, we'll see what happens. It also gives me the freak out. I see Oracle, I see big companies, and I see, I see that whole AI, big companies, Oracle, and I see Big Brother and all that too. So again, I don't go all one way. I'm always privy to the idea that it may not be amazing. We always have to be, as citizens, watchful of our governments no matter what. It can't always be, oh, it's all good, It is a dog. It can bite you. Be careful. All right? Be careful. Everybody, I'm going to leave this with Bitcoin. I would watch your 15-minute time frame. Likely we're going to pull back to the 21-day moving average. That was a massive pump, short squeeze. Your 1 hour had a candle beyond candles. Look for them to tweezer top of some type. Again, they could end up making a flag, so keep the 1 minute chart open. Watch your small time frame just in case. But then I'd have your 15-minute and your 1 hour back and forth, and then we're likely going to pull back to that 21 before anything crazy happens. Beautiful pump. Kind of like yesterday, the pump happened until 10, and then we went sideways for the rest of the day after the stream ended. Similar as today, it looks like we pump, and then we go sideways for the rest of the day back to the 21-day moving average. So I don't know if it's going to be a regular Wednesday of trading. It almost looks like we're getting the pump on the live stream now, and that's about it for the rest of the day. So again, I could change my thoughts, but it does look like we're going sideways or down for the rest of the day. I would have taken profits and moved on. I hope you did, and I hope you had a blessed day. Let's see who's in the stream here. Make sure we got the super chats down. Anyone else out there with the fan funding? Can we look at TA? We took a lot. Thank you, brother, for everything. God bless. God bless you. Nice play, brother. Thank you, master friend. Kids Crushing Fish, thanks again. God bless you, man. And Crypto King, thank you. He started with $100. Master friend with the 27. Jamie, God bless you, man. Happy birthday, master friend. Michael Reinhardt, dominance is getting busy. Happy Liberation Day, Sammy. Thank you. Total 2, total 3. I go over that every single week. We'll talk about it again. Kids Crushing Fish, master friend, God bless you. Bear adjacent, can we look at TI? We did, and no dramas, man. Yeah. So we have pretty much what's likely going to happen today. We can't guarantee it, but the probabilities are pretty spot on with the way I trade. Shout out to everybody that took gains. We'll look at our daily, where that closes, but things are looking good. So far, so good. We're having some bullish days. One step at a time. Let's not, go too crazy. Don't get overly bullish, overly bearish. One step at a time. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Today was one of the best, biggest live streams we've ever had. It looks like the time difference all got finally figured out and everything just kind of boom, boom, boom. So God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And we'll be back tomorrow for another beautiful, awesome, amazing live stream. We'll be the last one in this location. We'll be back at the regular studio like we always are by Friday morning. So God bless you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the flip side. Remember, the secret to success, it's getting started. I love y'all, and live in love. Follow your heart, too. That's the secret to success. Follow your heart. I followed my heart. That's what brought me here. Follow your heart. Dream big. If your dreams aren't making other people laugh, then they're just not big enough, baby. Let's go. If your dreams aren't, let's try this one more time. If your dreams aren't big enough, they're just not, if your dreams aren't making normal people laugh, they're just not big enough, baby. Let's go. You can, you will, you are the best. The secret to success is getting started.